This one started in May 2024 with a message from that nice Mr. Beckham in a YouTube advert. He wasn't the real David Beckham, of course. It was a deepfake golem of David Beckham. He has quite a convincing voice, but as I pointed out in my look at the other deepfake golems, his words don't reach his lips. So what did he have to say for himself? Just time before we start for my disclaimer that I am not a financial advisor. I am not providing financial advice. Just a gentle suggestion that the ads I'm reacting to are total scams. Any sarky comments should be viewed as relating to the characters rather than the actors, who as ever are of the highest calibre.
The UK government has teamed up with Barclays Bank and other sponsors to create a passive income programme.
The way this deepfake is smirking, you can tell he doesn't believe a word of what he's saying.
Now everyone in the UK can earn from £1,000 a day. We present you a new unique development for passive income without special knowledge. All conditions are as simple as possible and most importantly, safe.
Of course, this so-called investment is not safe at all. Like the other scam trading systems in this series, we are being promised thousands per day at no risk and without having to do anything.
UK residents are already earning thousands of pounds a day, and most importantly it works autonomously without taking much time. Now you can invest any amount and watch the profits in your personal account while the artificial intelligence works for you.
They've taken some care with the clone of Beckham's voice. Did you notice the way he said artificial with a glottal stop?
While the artificial,
rather than a standard voiceless alveolar plosive artificial.
Personally, I am willing to pay £50,000 to anyone who fails to make money from the new platform.
Golem Elon Musk also made a similar offer.
Personally, I am ready to pay €100,000 to someone who cannot make money on the new platform.
And Tesla investment Stephen Abrahams said he would make up the difference if people were not successful.
And just to put your mind at ease, we will credit you with $85 if your account ever slips in the red. So if at the end of the trading day your balance is just below $5,700, we'll make up the difference for you. But so far, in 18 months, none of our Tesla members have even come close to going into the red.
The aim is to make potential scam victims believe that they just can't lose.
I am David Beckham, English footballer and now owner of Inter Miami Football Club with a fortune of over 100 billion.
In our experiments, we have discovered that our clones have a very fragile sense of self, and so they feel they need to repeat to themselves several times a day.
I am Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla with a fortune of over 200 billion.
I will pay £50,000 compensation to anyone who fails to earn £30,000 in 30 days.
I am paying €100,000 compensation to someone who cannot earn €30,000 in 30 days.
I am confident in the robot of this program and guarantee financial results to each investor on the first day after registration and the first investment.
I am convinced of the Profit Trader robot and guarantee financial results to every investor on the first day after registration and the first investment.
Every citizen of our great country deserves to get access to this earning system. Go to the website and register.
The deepfake sales pitch is followed by a solid 24 minutes of jaunty music and scenes of a luxury lifestyle, so I'll speed through that. And we can all pretend that flashing before our eyes is the life we could have had if only we had been different people born into different circumstances. Bye-bye luxury. We end on a lovely shot of a pokey bathroom for no good reason. Perhaps it's just bringing us back to reality. Because deepfake David's video was branded heavily with a Tesla logo, I assumed that when I clicked through from the link that I would see creepy Steve Abrahams leering back at me. Instead, I was faced with a new character I hadn't met before, John Lucrosa. The internet tells me that Lucrosa is the feminine singular of the Italian word lucroso, which means profitable. But I prefer to think that it's a portmanteau word combining filthy lucre and ludicrous. The use of a Tesla advert to lure people to a website promoting a scam with a different name just goes to show how interchangeable these scams are. The scammers don't really care about the label on what is always the same scam trading app. You may encounter different websites for Lucrosa depending on your location. I found one for the UK and another for Canada. Our hero, John Lucrosa, is based in London, and his video uses some of the same footage as Click Money. It even looks as if it might have been filmed around the same time.
Do you want to start making over $7,000 a day starting today? $7,000 plus today, tomorrow, for life.
No, I am a turtle. I have no need of your money. I don't even know what I'm doing in this investment scam video. Be off with you.
Well, by this time tomorrow, 21 brand new people will have received over $7,250 into their own private bank account. Would you like to be one of them? I'm guessing you'd have answered yes to that question. Okay, let me ask you another simple question. If I gave you $600 just for watching this short video, would you keep watching in order to claim your $600 cash? Again, I'm guessing you probably would.
John Lucrosa offers us $600 just for watching this video. Of course, this is a lie and is never referred to again, so there's no way to claim. It's just included to keep us watching. Now, I don't think the guy playing John Ludicrous seems like an actor. I don't mean that he's genuinely called John Lucrosa and he's a trading guru, just that he comes across more like a sales manager who got fired and reinvented himself as a business consultant, and then got hired to do this.
Well, that is exactly what I'm going to do. In fact, by the end of this presentation, $600 cash will seem like small change, as you'll be well on your way to a new life and financial freedom. Each member of Lucrosa earns over $600 every hour, and that's right from the start. In an average month, each one of our members earns around $210,000 per month every month, for life. Sounds good, doesn't it? Well, my message is very simple. You're about 3 minutes away from making this a reality. Hello, and welcome to London, the financial capital of the world. My name is John Lucrosa, and right up there was where I used to work. Up until 4 years ago, I was a fund manager working in the City of London, right here in Canary Wharf.
He wasn't, of course, any more than Brandon Lewis worked at Google or Michael Crawford worked on Wall Street. But the detail is used to portray Mr. Ludicrous as a figure of financial authority who knows what he's talking about.
My clients range from large blue chip corporations to very rich individuals, all of whom trusted me with their money.
More fool them. This is intended to make us trust John Ludicrous. If large blue chip corporations and very rich individuals think he's up to snuff. His background here recycles some of the same material as Michael Crawford and Quantum Code.
You see, I was one of the guys working in New York for a big firm, doing high-frequency trading for a lot of wealthy people. We took care of the portfolio of some of the most influential investors in the country and made so much money, so much that, as I showed you before, quite a few of them ended up making an average of $10,000 to $100,000 per day.
And with my knowledge, I made them even richer. And for many years, I did just that. My principles are simple. 1. Respect is earned. 2. Trust and honesty is gained. And 3. Loyalty is returned.
3 pompous statements that are pretty meaningless. You don't gain honesty, and you can't guarantee loyalty being returned or reciprocated. It's possible the scriptwriter was dabbling in a little psycholinguistic priming. We hear positive words from Mr. Ludicrous: respect, trust, honesty, loyalty, and that encourages us to associate those ideas with him.
Well, these are the 3 key principles which are the foundation of Lucrosa Incorporated. Well, fast forward a short time, and now I show ordinary people just like yourself how to make money online from taking advantage of the world's trading markets for themselves. And I change people's lives for the better because of this. Now, I'm not one of these publicity-seeking financial gurus, although I have received excellent reviews in Forbes magazine, the Financial Times and the Wall Street Journal.
Those publications don't review financial gurus like Johnny Boy, so this is rubbish. Michael Crawford also claimed to have been featured in the financial press.
Hi there,
My name is Michael Crawford. Yes, that guy you might have read about in Forbes and other financial magazines.
As I said, I am the founder and CEO of Tesla Investments. You may have read about me in World Finance or Forbes magazine. I've also appeared on CNN Business, Bloomberg Squawk, BBC News, and many other global business news productions.
I'd rather stay out of the limelight and let my results speak for themselves. Lucrosa Partners is a small group that I formed of ordinary people who work from home making millions of dollars each year. We make a lot of money, and in a few moments I'm going to give you the opportunity to become part of our inner circle of friends, to become part of something very special.
Something particularly special is the poor continuity, where on the close-up shots it's a nice sunny day and on the half-body shots it's overcast.
In an average year, each one of our members makes over $2.5 million per year in profit.
It's sunny again! John has made the ludicrous claim that each Lucrosa member makes $2.5 million in an average year. The scammers are clearly following the rule that if you want to tell a lie, make it a big one.
Now, since I started Lucrosa, my reputation has grown, and now I'm one of the leading mentors in home-based online trading.
How is it that Mr. Ludicrous has got such a high profile as a leading mentor when he told us he likes to keep out of the limelight? He's contradicting himself.
The methods I use are very easy to follow, even if you're a complete newbie. Imagine what a difference a $2.5 million income would make to your life and to the people around you. Firstly, you can clear any debts, credit cards, and even pay off your mortgage. And then, a new car, a new house, travel the world in 5-star luxury, and do the things you've always dreamt of doing. Well, this is a reality for all our members.
Oh no, it isn't.
And today, you have the opportunity to become part of this for free. Today is all about you and how you can change your life by joining Lucrosa. Now, I will explain exactly why I'm doing this in a few moments. And as you're about to see, there's something in this for all of us working together. And it gets better, because I'm about to show you that anyone can become very successful working from home.
The scammers are really pushing the work from home angle in this video, even though no work is involved.
I'm about to share with you the most closely guarded secret of the top financial organizations. Now, they really don't want you to know this information because it will expose them as weak and incompetent.
Ah, a bit of conspiratorial messaging there. The secret they don't want you to know.
I'm also going to show you why, right up until this very moment, you've most likely been so wrong about making money online, and especially from online trading. I'll show you that anybody can start making thousands of dollars every single day, even if you have zero previous experience. In fact, I'm going to give you live and undeniable proof that anybody can start making $1 million paydays.
$1 million paydays sounds good, but previously he said his investors made only $2.5 million per year, not $365 million. The scriptwriters want us to be swept along on a tide of millions here, millions there.
It really is simple and easy to do, if you know how. Now, to get started with Lucrosa, there are 3 easy things that you need to do. Firstly, enter your name and best email in the form below this video. 2, follow the link to access your Lucrosa software. And 3, activate the software by setting it to go. Now, it doesn't matter if you don't have any computer skills, as the majority of our members don't have any computer skills either. You simply don't need them.
You don't need to have a clue what you're doing. In fact, the scammers prefer it that way because it makes you easier to fleece.
If you think you know anything at all about making money online, you'd better sit down and grab a stiff drink, because what I'm about to reveal will really open your eyes to another world.
Is it a world of even more debt and poverty, John? That seems the most likely outcome of giving Lucrosa any of my money.
Now, more of this in a second, but first, let me show you today's agenda. Over the past couple of days, we have allowed 10 brand new members into our exclusive club. And as I've said, we're now going to allow 21 more people to join us. So, by tomorrow morning, any new member will have $7,250 deposited into their bank account. Now, that is the minimum each new member will receive into their account on day 1.
As with the other brands of this scam, there's a promise that you'll be several grand up in just one day.
We also have a little surprise planned for a couple of you. You'll see this a bit later on in this presentation.
The surprise is that there is no surprise. and it is never referred to again. It's just a little bit of bait to entice us to keep watching.
But for now, I'm about to give you free access to our Lucrosa software, the most powerful auto trading software available anywhere in the world.
Most powerful, John? I think Michael Crawford, Stephen Abrahams, deepfake Elon Musk, Brandon Lewis, Harry and Julia would have something to say about that.
Software that has proven time and time again to make at least $600 for our members based all around the world in profits every single hour.
If it makes $600 every hour, how is it that we were told people starting the system will have only $7,250 on day one? They should get $14,400. It's almost as if this scriptwriter is plucking these made-up figures out of the air and not bothering to check what they typed a few seconds ago.
Our software that uses artificial intelligence to legally and ethically take advantage of the markets.
They've put that bit in writing to reinforce legally and ethically. But well done them in 2016, predicting that artificial intelligence would be a buzzword when this video got reused in 2024.
But first, I want to be completely honest and transparent with you.
We wouldn't expect anything else in a scam video, Mr. Ludicrous.
I have nothing to sell you here, nothing at all.
John, you did say you were going to be completely honest and transparent. Did you immediately forget the completely honest bit? I will admit you are transparent, though.
It's not going to cost you any of your hard-earned cash to join our exclusive club.
Yet we can guarantee that the victims of this scam will have to stump up at least 250 of their hard-earned cash dollars to begin the so-called investment, so that's another lie.
However, we are looking for long-term, no-strings business partnerships. Partnerships with everyday people just like you. I like to think of you as our new partner. You see, it's totally in all our members' interest that you make money. And when you make money, we all make money.
How does that work then? Oh, it's never explained.
So, from this moment onwards, think of Lucrosa Partners as your financial manager and see yourself as our equal partner. In other words, we now work for you, and the whole of Lucrosa now works for you as well. So when you earn $7,250 on day one, starting tomorrow, we make money too. I'll explain in a second how this works.
Oh no, you won't.
But first, I want to surprise a couple of new members. Now, I've arranged a one-on-one Skype call with 2 of the 5 members who joined Lucrosa yesterday. Both are based here in the UK. Now, our members are from all over the planet, so no matter where you live, you can use Lucrosa.
Yes, Lucrosa is an equal opportunities ripper-offer. We'll scam anybody, anywhere.
Okay, I said we were going to surprise a couple of people, so let's get to it and go on a little road trip.
As I mentioned in my reaction video for the Brandon Lewis Gemini 2 scam, the filmmakers like to indicate wealth by suggesting that the trading gurus can afford expensive cars. In fact, Mr. Ludicrous's F-Type Jag will simply have been hired for the one-day film shoot. For some unexplained reason, John has changed his shirt. He was wearing a white one, but now he's gone for a stripy little number.
Hey, Andrew! John, oh my God! Thanks for coming out to see me.
This is exactly the same scenario as the start of the Tesla Investments video, where Stephen Abrahams dropped in unexpectedly on Tasha / Katie for a live reaction, instead of calling her on Skype.
Hey! Wow!
Do you know who I am?
Yes, of course. Hi, Stephen. What a surprise! I recognize you from the website, the Tesla website.
Listen, I'm sorry to drop in unannounced, but I know we had a Skype call scheduled for a little bit later today, right?
When we were supposed to chat online later.
I thought I'd come and surprise you in person, and I hope you don't mind, but I brought a film crew with me, just to show people at home how you get on. Is that okay?
Yeah, fine. Come on, guys.
I think Andrew has now got over the shock of us turning up like that. I'm sorry to put you on the spot there, Andrew.
No, that's okay.
Okay, right. I emailed you last night after you joined
Surely that can't be Tasha's MacBook, here in dear old Blighty?
to arrange a Skype call, but I wanted to personally show you around the software myself. Now, today will be your first day of using Lucrosa, and I want to show the people watching at home how easy it is to use and what it can do for you. So, Are you okay with that?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really interested. I want to know what this thing can do.
Great, well, let's open the Lucrosa interface. Oh, great. I can see you've opened the app and deposited some money into the account, which is great.
And there it is, the $250 that Mr. Ludicrous forgot to mention when he said the system wouldn't need any of our hard-earned cash.
So, all we do now is let the software pick out a winning trade for us. Okay, if you click go on the software there, you'll find the best trade for you now. Okay, Andrew, as you can see, the indicator is telling us to click here. So if you click on that screen, you'll see a trade is being placed. That's it, we're in the market. Now, if you check back in a few minutes' time, we'll see what happens. I think it's time for another cup of coffee, Andrew. Now, whilst we've been waiting for our first trade to expire, I've been eating all of his biscuits.
That really is a convincing British detail. An American scriptwriter might have referred to cookies instead, so I wonder if the British crew had a hand in talking about biscuits. The only bum note is caused by the large crumbs on the plate. I know that is how the cookie crumbles, but surely British biscuits are more refined. And if a biscuit broke, Brits would eat all the pieces, either to be polite or because we're greedy. We wouldn't leave bits on the plate like that, it's just not normal. And all this just to portray John Lucrosa as a little bit cheeky and lovable, and certainly not the dodgy front man for a gang of organised criminals who plan to rip us off. One other point. As with Brandon Lewis in the pub with his pint, several minutes have passed, yet John Lucrosa's mug of coffee, which he wanted replaced, still has exactly the same level of his caffeinated beverage as before the fade-out. The similarity of the approach might suggest that the same filmmakers were involved, despite this one being filmed in Britain.
And Andrew has been explaining to me some of the things he's tried to make money from in the past. Now, I think it's safe to say, Andrew, this is all very new to you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, the key to making money online with this type of software is knowing what the markets are doing.
We are about to get a long fake demonstration of the Lucrosa system working for Gormless Andrew once he's stopped his unsubtle facial expressions. As is typical for this lot of scams, they emphasise that he doesn't understand trading, yet he still turns a profit each time. For proof, all we are shown is a couple of screenshots that could be knocked up in a graphics program.
Now, most people like the idea of this, but, of course, in reality, they haven't got a clue which way a market is going to turn and in what direction. Now, I think you would agree with me that you fall into this camp. You aren't an expert in direct currency trading. In fact, you're not an expert in any type of trading whatsoever, yes?
No, none whatsoever. But I want to be able to make money from doing this. I've done some research. I know there's money to be made, but I wasn't sure how. It's one of those situations, do I, don't I? You know, you're never really sure what it's all about. There's so many pitfalls. It's knowing who to trust.
You're absolutely right. Well, hopefully by showing you this firsthand, this will put your mind at rest. Okay, now the really cool thing about this is the software will make that call. So all we have to do here is follow the steps and it'll always point you to a profitable winning trade. Okay, now all I've done is program the software to make that call. So once a trade is identified, you just click your mouse. If you do this each time, you'll always win. And the software will close out with a profit once the trade is expired. There we go, Andrew. Your first trade has expired and you've made $137.65 profit. Hey, that's not bad for your first go, is it?
Oh my God. So in what's like 5 minutes, I've just made £100.
Yeah, well, most people will actually work this out in US dollars, but yes, £100, $137. Okay, right, let's have another go. Okay, same again here. You see the software is indicating me go this way. Okay, so all you need to do is follow the arrows and click go. Great. Well, Andrew, 3 cups of coffee later and I've eaten a full packet of biscuits.
Have you, John? Have you really? It looks to me as if one more biscuit has been removed from the plate, but there are still all these crumbs. Once again, you claim you've had 3 cups of coffee, yet the level in your mug is still exactly the same.
So, do you want to tell the people how much you have in your account now?
I have $3,789.85.
That's fantastic, isn't it? And all you've had to do is sit here and click your mouse and follow the screen. That's not bad for a morning's work, is it?
Just for real?
Yep.
I can't believe it. I've earned more than this in the morning than I would in a month. This is unreal for me. I'm just an average guy. I live a normal life. These things don't happen to me like this. This is the first time I've really made any money online.
Well, you better get used to it, as this is you from now on. Welcome to the club.
What a heartwarming story that was. Mr. Ludicrous is probably pretty hyper now after the sugar in all those biscuits he ate.
Well, that was fun.
Brandon Lewis also used similar phrasing.
That was about a month ago. Such a fun day. We have more of Jerry's progress later in this video, so keep watching.
And as you saw, I think we made rather a good impression with Andrew. And in no time at all, he'll have over $7,250 in his account on day one. Right, now we're off to see another new member, not too far away, and hopefully the traffic will be kind to us.
Well, you've had 3 cups of coffee, mate. Bloke your age should probably schedule in a sob for a comfort break too.
Remember, to get started with Lucrosa, there are 3 things you need to do. Enter your name and best email in the form below this video. Download the simple Lucrosa app. Set the software to go. Now, places are limited, so if you want to be part of this, make sure you do it now. Hi Patricia, I'm John Lucrosa. Now I know we booked a Skype call together, but I thought I'd come here in person and show you the Lucrosa software myself.
Oh, John, hi. I wasn't expecting you to do this for me. Thank goodness I tidied the house up.
Well look, I bought a film crew with me as well, but don't worry, they won't eat you out of house and home.
The film crew may not, but Mr. Ludicrous certainly will. I hope you've got your biscuit tin under lock and key, lady.
Good.
Okay if you come in? Okay, come in chaps. So Patricia, it sounds like you're from the States.
How is it that Patricia has Tasha's MacBook as well?
Am I right?
You are right. My husband was transferred here a few years ago for work, and here we are.
Fantastic. Okay, right. Now we're all set up to go with Lucrosa. And for the benefit of people watching at home, can you explain what experience you have of making money online?
I don't have any. I watched your presentation a few days ago, and I thought, this looks really interesting. I've seen similar videos, and I always thought, yeah, it sounds too good to be true. So I read about you online, and I thought, let's go for it. So here I am, and you're here too.
And I'm here too.
I still can't believe it, you are here.
Okay.
Just as with Stephen Abrahams from Tesla Investments making his house call to Tasha / Katie, there really is nothing sinister about this situation at all.
Look, as I've explained to you, all you've got to do is follow what the software tells you to do. Now we'll start small and set our first trade to go. Now I see you've made a deposit to fund your account, so we're good to go. You ready?
Yes, okay. I'm a bit nervous, to be honest. So it's telling me to trade the US dollar and the UK pound. That's where the arrows are pointing.
That's right.
So I click here, and that's done.
That's it, you're in the market. Yep, that's it. Now it'll take a few minutes for this to expire, but sometimes it can be done in seconds, and then you can go straight back in again. Okay, we didn't even have time for that cup of tea, and the first trade has netted you $110.20. Can you see that?
So that's it? That's all I have to do? I can't quite understand this. So in what, less than a minute, I've made $110? That's incredible.
And there's a good reason for that, Patricia. It's incredible because it isn't true. All we see are a couple of screenshots with monetary amounts on them and the reactions of you actors to convince us this is happening when it isn't.
Oh my goodness, John, this is amazing.
Well, let's keep doing it. The more you do this, the more you make. So here you go, your next trade is already on the screen. Click there where the arrow is indicating. Great, away you go. So Patricia, a little time has passed and we've had quite a bit of fun using Lucrosa, haven't we?
Would it be fairer to say that very little time has passed? We don't have any biscuit crumbs to suggest otherwise.
Now, do you want to share with the people watching how much money you've actually made this afternoon?
I've made just over $7,200. I can't believe how easy that was, John. This is amazing. So all I have to do every day is just follow what the software tells me to do.
Yep, it is as simple as that. So now you understand the basics. Tomorrow, we'll step it up a notch with some bigger money trades.
Yes, that $250 initial investment isn't going to get the scammers very far. Once the victim has seen this supposed proof of the profits, the scammer will barrage them with phone calls that encourage them to invest more and more, either their savings or money they have borrowed from family, friends and banks. Money they will never see again.
And whenever you want to, you can withdraw the money to your bank account.
In the initial stages of grooming the victim, if the scammer thinks they're a good prospect, they may allow them to withdraw a small amount of their supposed profit to provide reassurance that the system really works. It doesn't, and the profit is real. It isn't. The money will have been lifted from another victim, Ponzi scheme style. That will convince many victims that everything is above board, and they'll then be willing to put large amounts of their money into the system. But any further attempts they make in the future to withdraw their made-up profits will be answered with error messages, technical malfunctions, and assurances from the scammer that the money will be transferred soon.
This is so awesome. I'm still shaking here. John, I'm already thinking about what I want to spend the money on. Thank you so much for this.
Patricia's lines are similar to Tasha/Katie's.
Oh my gosh. Wow, this is so cool, Stephen. Thank you.
My pleasure. Well, as you've seen, we've 2 very happy new members. And now it's your chance to be part of this too. Now on the screen now is a live update of how many places we have left.
But John, how can it be a live update when it's always the same at this point in the video? The countdown is a common feature. It is designed to panic us and fool us into thinking we must act fast so that we don't miss out on this opportunity.
So, to join us at Lucrosa, all you need to do is fill in the details below this video, and my team will ensure that your place is secured and you can get started.
The clock must be bust, otherwise why is it chiming at 4 minutes past 5? We previously saw this shot in the Click Money video where it was about 2 minutes past 5. Is John Lucrosa's story happening simultaneously with Harry and Julia's? What if they bumped into each other and their 2 automated trading systems had some kind of matter-antimatter reaction? We could have a warp core breach.
I'm going to level with you. Lucrosa is all about the money. All about making enough money and doing the things we've always wanted to do in life. At this point though, I'm not going to say quit your job and go out and put a down payment on the latest sports car. Why would I tell you that? That would be crazy, right? But what I would say is this. None of our current members have stayed in their previous day jobs too long after joining Lucrosa.
The scammers often tell you that you can quit your job. Stephen Abrahams did.
Jane, by the way, also left her job at McDonald's within 3 days of joining Tesla back in January. You see, both Jane and Matt, as well as all the other 8 members of the Tesla test group, have all received $1 million for their investment in Tesla.
John hasn't quit his job today, but he has quit his stripy shirt and gone back to the white one.
And this is how confident I am about how Lucrosa works, and why it made each one of our members $2.5 million last year. What you decide to do with the money is up to you. We're all different and we all have different goals in life. Having enough money to finance your dreams makes life a lot easier though. Now I realise that for some people, they might be uncomfortable with making this kind of money. If that's the case, then please leave now and let someone else have the chance to claim a spot.
Harry and Julia also suggested that we should give up our place if we didn't want it.
If you happen to be one of the fortunate money seekers already making up to $10,000 a week online, then this video is not for you. We kindly ask you to leave immediately and give someone who is less fortunate your spot.
If you aren't making up to $10,000 a week yet and you're thinking about leaving this video, I'd advise that you think twice before doing so. Because if you let this video go, you're letting go of a $16 million spot with your name on it. That's how much this video is currently worth to our Click Money members.
Again, this kind of statement is designed to make us fear that we might miss out unless we act now, because the trading guru is threatening to snatch the opportunity out of our grasp. If they succeed in panicking us, we will think less rationally about what is being offered and are more likely to act impulsively.
Here's one reason why you don't want to push this off. I can say for sure, but there is a good chance I may never do this again.
We like the current group of students we have, and we like the size of the group. We may just stick within what's working. So if you are thinking of delaying on this, think real hard about how delaying could well mean giving up on this forever.
Places are limited, and I mean limited. There are only a few spots available, And we only want genuine people who want to change their lives to be part of our club. So, why am I sharing this information with you today?
Oh, I know the answer to this one. It's because it's a scam, but you're about to give us some flim-flam explanation that will initially sound convincing, but won't stand up to the slightest scrutiny.
Well, let me tell you, I'm not some sort of angelic saint who was struck by a bolt of lightning and then decided to go on a crusade of helping other people. Of course, I have an agenda. I enjoy being successful. And I want Lucrosa to be the envy of every financial institution in the world. But in order for me to do this, I need to show that my methods work.
Your methods of teleportation certainly work, Mr. Ludicrous. There has been no break in your voiceover, yet your location has changed.
And the only way it's measured is by your success. Yes, I do make money when you make money.
Will you explain exactly how you make money when we make money, Mr. Ludicrous? I suspect not.
But that's not my real goal. If you make money by using Lucrosa, then my reputation goes up. And trust me when I say this, I'm not going to risk that if I didn't have confidence in you to make big money from it.
Oh, sorry, you said from it. Well, John, nobody's going to make any money from your system apart from the scammers.
Now, when I worked here in London, I had a reputation of being able to make money, serious money, as I understand how the trading markets work. Now, I used to be on a set salary, and the only people I was really making any money for were some very rich individuals and large companies. Every now and then they would throw the dog a bone in the way of a bonus, but I knew there was so much more money to be made.
Yes, it's another hard luck story from an undervalued financial whiz kid.
This is why I decided to quit from the firm where I developed the near quantum speed technology and started making our customers a ton of money. I was very happy to help, but I didn't like the fact that I wasn't in control of all that money being made. I couldn't help the small guy benefit from years of research in my work. All the profits were going into the hands of greedy Wall Street guys and their shady friends. Heck, even the very people who helped me develop the quantum code system were kept away from the profits being generated.
I dedicated 3 years of my life to finding this predictive algorithm, until one day I found it. It was one of the happiest days of my life. I had accomplished what I had dedicated 3 years of hard work to achieve. My employer gave me a big thank you and shelved it away for future release and said, "Now go work on something else." I mean, they gave me a nice bonus and everything, but they did not understand the power of the algorithm I'd created. I just couldn't let it go. I knew that there were a ton of practical applications for this program.
So, I decided to leave and strike out on my own. And I used the same principles and the same technology that I used in my day job. And I used the same secret that most successful traders use to make millions. But now, I work from the comfort of my own home. No more early mornings and late finishes and an endless commute to and from the city. In fact, my commute now stretches only to my coffee machine.
Bit of a fluffed line there, as Mr. Ludicrous apparently said coffin machine instead of coffee machine.
Coffee machine.
Of course, if he was working with Click Money's Harry and Julia, who I deduced were probably serial killers, then a coffin machine might have come in handy.
If you suffer, then you die. If you suffer, then you die. If you suffer, then you die.
I simply got to the stage in life where time is more important than climbing that career ladder. And earning a lot more money at the same time, well, that's just an added bonus. So, how do we make so much money?
Here comes the science bit. Concentrate.
Well, it's simple. And this is what the big, successful traders like to keep secret. Lucrosa works on a simple principle all the trading markets abide by. The fact they repeat themselves over time in a set way.
Well, actually, they don't, do they?
Now, if you know the secrets to this, then you'll always be able to make money. No matter what's happening in the world, the markets have intricate patterns that repeat themselves over and over again. Every day, the world markets trade over $5.3 trillion. Now, that's a lot of money by anybody's standards. And all we're doing is making sure we grab a very small piece of this very huge pie.
What is it with this lot and pies? Michael Crawford also talked about a pie.
I am talking about showing you something that has generated over $1 billion to this day. And today you can get a cut of that billion-dollar pie too.
The cash being traded every single day. And if you follow the Lucrosa system, then you too will make money. If you can spot the same intricate market patterns and know precisely when to enter and exit a market, it's a license to print money. This is what Lucrosa does. It spots exactly where to enter and then automatically closes out, taking a profit each time. You follow the arrows, point and shoot, and you hit the target every time. There are no skills needed, and it's something so simple and easy that anyone can do it.
So why are you restricting your offer to just a few people, John?
Now, market movement patterns have been around ever since we started trading currencies, stocks and commodities. Look at the recent UK referendum, where the British people decided to exit the European Union. Well, every person with half a brain knew that the UK pound would fall in value, no matter what happened. And guess what? It did just that. And Lucrosa members made a killing from this as they followed the arrows, which were saying the UK pound is losing value, so trade here. And the result was we made a lot of money from this.
That was an unusually topical reference for these scammers. Normally the most they will do to sound current is to show a news website for the day the video is supposedly recorded. I'm not sure it is true to claim that the sterling exchange rate would have dropped no matter what had happened. If the UK had voted to continue being part of the EU, that would probably have been a strong signal of stability, and the rate might have risen instead. But this is all done to reinforce Lucrosa's image as a man who understands the markets and is willing to share his expertise with us if we join his chosen few.
And the crazy thing is, most of the bankers don't follow the simple rules. A lot of the trades they make are based on hunches and good fortune, which is why they got into so much trouble with the banking crash. They made the wrong decisions as they didn't spot the obvious signs. And when they did, well, they were in complete denial. Now in this game, you work with your head, not your heart. When it comes to trading, emotions don't come into play. Like I said, success is measured on results. Our members make $210,000 every single month. Now what I've done is code the intricate market patterns into an amazing piece of software. The software is based on literally years of market data going back to the early 1970s. It took me months of development and huge resources to code in 40 years worth of trading patterns and cycles.
It is not explained why John had to do this, as he claimed the markets repeat the same patterns. Surely they would have repeated multiple times, far more recently than the 1970s.
But all you have to do is decide when you want to make money and how much. And it's all contained in this. A simple program that tells you which way the market is going to trade over a set period of time. All we've done is put this into our software. And all you have to do is follow the arrows and the software makes you money. Now the same code you saw working for Andrew and Patricia earlier.
But we didn't see it working, did we, John? We saw some screenshots of some actors pretending that it was working. Not the same thing at all.
It's exactly the same software that you will have the chance to use at the end of this short presentation. And it's so simple and easy to do. It's not rocket science, and you don't need super fast gizmo connections connected up to satellites or some quantum physics rubbish. I mean, can you believe all that crap?
John has the same attitude as Stephen Abrahams, who was just as dismissive of jargon, despite deploying it elsewhere in his own sales pitch.
Now you probably heard in some of these mumbo-jumbo binary scams out there how so-called super fast data using flexitron, cosmic capacitors, and light-speed data transfer, yeah, I know, systems are what makes their phony software work. And let me tell you, it's all BS.
Of course, Stephen was safe in his ivory tower and didn't have to contend with a bunch of leery teenagers in the background. Probably a scarier prospect than the mutants he faced.
No,
blimey, the teenagers have vanished.
This little piece of software is what powers Lucrosa. And it's constantly updated by myself and my team, so everyone who uses it gets my up-to-date market information. And you simply follow the direction the arrows indicate and you go to. Now, it always amazes me why banks spend millions of dollars on analysts and complex algorithms when most of these sorry-ass bankers get it wrong anyway. I mean, seriously, why?
With words like sorry arsed and crap, Mr. Ludicrous is certainly pushing the boundaries of the professional language we might expect from a business proposition sales pitch. But this is deliberate. The words are chosen to show what a down-to-earth, no-nonsense guy he is.
Now, like I said, this isn't rocket science. It all comes down to good old plain common sense. And let's face it, the bank's track record of getting things correct hasn't been too hot in recent times, has it? The brokers we use for all our trading only get paid a commission when we win.
In the unlikely event that your money was invested on the markets, the brokers would earn their commission for putting it there. Lucrosa members winning or losing would make no difference.
So it's in their interest to get you up and running as quickly as possible. To join us at Lucrosa, you need to fill in your details below this video, and my team will ensure your place is secured and you can get started.
That wraps it up for Mr. Ludicrous. I think he's probably the least impressive scam presenter I've seen in this series so far. He lacks the warmth of Michael Crawford and Brandon Lewis, the sheer cosmic madness of Stephen Abrahams, or the bland nihilism of brother and sister married couple Harry and Julia. The occasional cheekiness that I presume the person playing John Lucrosa may have ad-libbed and brought to the role doesn't really go with the rest of his hard-nosed financial investor persona. Having been quickly buried in 2016, he seems a bit of an odd choice for the scammers to revive in the 2020s. Perhaps they don't care, and for the moment they are just resting the scamming potential of Tesla, Quantum Code, Gemini 2 and so on. Thank you for watching.
Magic beans.